Well, on match of the day 3 this week, we're just going to look at Spurs' win over Manchester City. They've had a tough week, haven't they, Manchester City, with how teams have played against them, Celtic and now Spurs?
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I thought City actually handled the occasion at Celtic quite well. But the one thing that I think came from that game was Celtic kind of shown the way for a lot of teams in terms of how to go and approach games against them. And I'm pretty sure someone from Spurs was watching that game, and you could see from the off today that they were right at it, as Celtic were midweek.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think most Premier League teams would be able to go right at it at Manchester City?
I think that Spurs, maybe Liverpool, you look at them two, they've got a high intensity. Arsenal against Chelsea, they could probably do it, but I don't think there's too many teams that will be able to go at City like that. And what I like JJ said there, City, they can cope with it, and I thought they coped well at Celtic, and but for better finishing, they could have maybe nicked a couple of goals at Spurs as well. So City is still for me. I'm still fancy City.
I mean, when you look at the stats as regards Spurs and the intensity that they put in and the sprints that they put in, then you can see, you know, they're more sprints than any other team in any other game in the Premier League this season. Liverpool at Swansea put in 640, but 647 from Spurs. But it's not just down to fitness, is it? I mean, there has to be some kind of cohesive plan to high-intensity pressing.
Well, there is. You know, first and foremost, if...
You can't just run around,
If I like doing it and Wrighty don't like doing it, it doesn't work. And also, if I press on my own and Wrighty goes, well, I'm a bit tired this time and I'm not going to go, then it also breaks down. So, you know, today I think you notice with Son, very rarely did he look behind him and go, shall I go now, lads? He just went. He just goes, and everybody else knows it's time to follow in. And you know, that's stuff that you work on the training ground. When he goes, we all follow in, and it's all or nothing.
Did you like in both of his examples that he was the one doing the pressing, but you were the tired one who might not fancy it?
Yeah, but quality.
To be fair, he's probably right, because I had to do. I didn't really like doing that, but you know, as a forward, the thing is, chappers, if I do the 5 yards and I'm saving someone 20 or 30 yards, but you do that and then everybody comes in, you're saving the whole team. So I'd rather do the 5 yards than do 20 if you don't do it right.
You talked about the influence of Son in that game. Just two questions then. Could they have played like that with Harry Kane in that position? And secondly, have they found a way of dealing with the absence of Harry Kane?
Well, yes is the simple answer to both your questions, purely and simply because Harry Kane has done that for Spurs on a number of occasions last year. And when he's at his peak fitness, he's one of the best at it in terms of forwards. You know, he works very hard, especially along that front line. And today, I mean, himself and Wright, he picked up on the relationship with Dele Alli and Son.
Yeah.
And they might have stumbled across something. Maybe this wouldn't have happened if Son hadn't been banging in all the goals.
Yeah.
But they've definitely found something that I think they can now go to.
Definitely. I think that Jansen, I feel like I saw him play well against England. You know what I mean? And I've not seen anything that makes me think that he's going to be the one that could come in and play maybe in front of Son with a Dele Alli. But what they done today and the way they stayed close with each other and the link-up play says to me that they have found something else.